In this video, we're going to take you on a journey through King Salman's trillionaire lifestyle. We'll explore his fleet of private jets, his collection of exotic animals, and the mansions that make Buckingham Palace look like a cottage. By the end, you'll understand what it truly means to live like the world's richest king. King Salman of Saudi Arabia isn't just any monarch. He's the wealthiest king on the planet with a net worth that makes other billionaires look like they're shopping at the dollar store. We're talking about a man who owns gold-plated cars worth millions, yachts that cost more than small countries, and private jets that would make Air Force One jealous. But it's not all about flashy possessions. King Salman's wealth has transformed Dubai into a global superpower. From infrastructure to education, his investments have shaped an entire nation. And let's not forget the controversies, because when you're this rich, drama is bound to follow. Get ready to see what happens when unlimited money meets royal power. Rolling in gold, King Salman's automotive empire. Speaking of unlimited money and royal power, let's shift gears and take a look at King Salman's automotive empire. When you're the richest king in the world, you don't just drive any old car. You cruise around in vehicles that are practically works of art on wheels. King Salman's car collection is so valuable and extensive, it's like he's got his own personal automotive museum. But these aren't just for show. The king actually drives these masterpieces. Can you imagine pulling up to a royal event in a car that's worth more than most people's entire life savings? Let's start with the crown jewel of his collection, a gold-plated Mercedes AMG G63. This isn't your average luxury SUV, it's a $9.6 million golden chariot fit for a king. But that's just the beginning. King Salman seems to have a thing for gold because his fleet includes several other gold-plated vehicles that would make Midas himself jealous. There's a gold Rolls-Royce Phantom that's estimated to be worth $8.2 million. Then we've got a gold Lamborghini Aventador, coming in at a cool $7.5 million. For those days when the king feels like taking a slightly more modest ride, he might opt for his gold Range Rover Vogue, which is still worth at least $3.2 million. But King Salman doesn't limit himself to just one or two luxury brands. His garage is like a who's who of high-end automakers. He's got a Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport that can hit speeds of 250 miles per hour and cost him $1.7 million. The king also owns a Ferrari F12 Berlinetta and a LaFerrari, because why have one prancing horse when you can have a whole stable? Now, you might think that's enough to satisfy any car enthusiast, even a royal one. But King Salman takes his automotive obsession to a whole new level. He's got a collection of luxury tanks. Yes, you heard that right, tanks. These aren't your average military vehicles, though. These are high-end, nearly indestructible machines that the king uses for joyrides in the vast deserts around Dubai. Each of these Ripsaw tanks costs between $495,000 and $595,000, depending on the model. But wait, there's more. King Salman also has a fleet of amphibious cars. These aren't just cars that can handle a bit of water. We're talking about vehicles that can actually cruise on lakes and rivers. His favorite is the Panther, which he upgraded to from the Python. This aquatic automobile can reach record-setting speeds on water and costs about $135,000. So what does all this add up to? Well, it's hard to put an exact figure on it, but we're talking about a car collection that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. It's a fleet that includes some of the rarest, most luxurious, and most technologically advanced vehicles on the planet. And the craziest part, this is just King Salman's car collection. We haven't even touched on his other modes of transportation yet, but that's a story for another section. For now, just try to imagine what it must be like to have a garage filled with vehicles that are each worth more than most people will earn in their entire lifetime. That's the reality of King Salman's automotive empire, a testament to what happens when royal power meets an unlimited budget and a passion for high-end automobiles, the royal fleet. Now that we've seen King Salman's impressive car collection, it's time to set sail on even more extravagant waters. The Saudi monarch doesn't just rule the roads, he's also the king of the seas with a yacht collection that would make even the most seasoned sailors green with envy. When you're the richest king in the world, having just one yacht simply won't do. King Salman's fleet of luxury vessels is a testament to his immense wealth and taste for the finer things in life. But these aren't your average boats. We're talking about floating palaces that cost more than some small countries' entire economies. Let's start with the crown jewel of King Salman's maritime empire, a $180 million mega yacht that he purchased back in 2013. This isn't just any yacht. It's a marvel of engineering and luxury that pushes the boundaries of what's possible on water. Imagine a vessel so large and well-equipped that it makes most five-star hotels look like budget motels. This floating palace comes with amenities that most people can only dream of having in their homes, let alone on a boat. There's a gym that was designed by none other than Usain Bolt, the fastest man on Earth. Can you picture yourself running on a treadmill designed by an Olympic champion while cruising through the Mediterranean? That's just a normal day for King Salman. But the luxury doesn't stop there. The yacht boasts several pools because why have just one when you can have multiple? There's also a personal spa for those times when the king needs to relax after a hard day of, well, being a king. And let's not forget the helicopter landing pad because sometimes you just need to arrive in style, even when you're already on a $180 million yacht. But wait, there's more. King Salman isn't content with just one super yacht. He also owns another vessel named Esmeralda, worth a cool $70 million. While it might seem modest compared to its $180 million sibling, the Esmeralda is still a floating marvel of luxury and engineering. Both of these yachts have been customized to reflect King Salman's personal taste and luxurious lifestyle. We're talking about interiors that would make the most expensive penthouses look cheap. Gold fixtures, rare woods, priceless art. These yachts have it all. Every detail, from the curtains to the carpets, has been carefully chosen to meet the king's exacting standards. But owning these yachts isn't just about having a nice place to spend vacations. They're also powerful symbols of King Salman's wealth and influence. When one of these vessels pulls into a port, everyone knows that royalty has arrived. It's a way for the king to project his power and status wherever he goes, whether he's visiting other world leaders or just enjoying a quiet getaway. And let's not forget about the crew needed to operate these floating palaces. Each yacht requires a small army of skilled professionals to keep everything running smoothly. From captains and engineers to chefs and housekeepers, these boats provide jobs for hundreds of people. In a way, they're like small, very luxurious floating economies. The cost of maintaining these yachts is astronomical. Just fueling them up can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. But when you're as wealthy as King Salman, that's probably about as significant as the cost of a cup of coffee for the rest of us. Rulers of the sky, private jets and helicopters. And while King Salman's wealth has certainly shaped Dubai on the ground, his influence extends far beyond the city limits and into the skies above. When you're the richest king in the world, you don't just travel in any old plane or helicopter. No, you soar through the clouds in style, comfort, and unparalleled luxury. At the heart of King Salman's aerial fleet is a Boeing 747-400, a flying palace valued at a staggering $260 million. This isn't your average jumbo jet, it's a custom-designed marvel that puts most five-star hotels to shame. The interior of this airborne mansion features private suites that would make even the most seasoned travelers green with envy. Imagine reclining in plush leather seats, surrounded by gold-trimmed fixtures and handcrafted furnishings, all while cruising at 30,000 feet. But the luxury doesn't stop at the sleeping quarters. The Boeing 747-400 also boasts a dining area fit for a king, literally. Here, King Salman can enjoy gourmet meals prepared by world-class chefs in a setting that rivals the finest restaurants on Earth. And let's not forget the entertainment options. With state-of-the-art audio-visual systems and high-speed internet, the king can stay connected and entertained no matter where in the world he's flying. Of course, when you're one of the most powerful men on the planet, security is paramount. That's why King Salman's aircraft are equipped with cutting-edge defensive systems. These include anti-missile technology and secure communication tools, ensuring that the king is safe and in control at all times. It's like having a mobile command center in the sky, but sometimes a massive jumbo jet just isn't practical. For shorter trips or more discreet travel, King Salman turns to his fleet of helicopters. These aren't your run-of-the-mill choppers, though. They're specially designed flying machines that blend luxury and security in perfect harmony. The king's helicopters feature soundproof cabins, allowing for private conversations and peaceful travel even over noisy cityscapes. The interiors are decked out with the finest materials money can buy, from supple leather seating to exotic wood paneling. And just like his jumbo jet, these helicopters are equipped with advanced communication systems, allowing the king to stay in touch with his government and business interests at all times. Comfort is key in these aerial chariots. They come with noise-cancelling systems that make the ride whisper quiet, and advanced climate control to ensure the perfect temperature, no matter the weather outside. It's like flying in your own personal, ultra-luxurious bubble. But perhaps the most impressive aspect of King Salman's air fleet is how it seamlessly blends this extreme luxury with practicality and functionality. These aren't just flying palaces. They're mobile offices, meeting rooms, and even emergency response centers if needed. The king can conduct business, host foreign dignitaries, or make crucial decisions from anywhere in the world. all while enjoying amenities that most of us can only dream of. King Salman's mansions. While King Salman's planes and helicopters are certainly impressive, his real estate portfolio takes luxury to new heights. When you're the richest king in the world, you don't just live in palaces, you own multiple mansions that redefine opulence. These aren't just homes, they're architectural marvels that showcase the pinnacle of wealth and extravagance. Let's start with King Salman's $50 million mansion in Emirates Hills, Dubai. This isn't your average luxury home. It's a 32,000 square foot masterpiece nestled in one of the most exclusive gated communities in the city. They don't call it the Beverly Hills of Dubai for nothing. This place is so fancy, it makes most five-star hotels look like budget motels. Imagine walking into an entrance hall adorned with a Buddha statue. Because why not? The mansion boasts not one but two kitchens, because sometimes one just isn't enough when you're hosting royal gatherings. And forget about going to the gym. King Salman has his own private fitness center right at home, complete with top-of-the-line cardiovascular machines. But the luxury doesn't stop there. The mansion features a downstairs guest suite that's probably nicer than most people's entire homes. We're talking about a large lounge, private terrace, and its own bathroom. And if stairs aren't your thing, don't worry. There's a lift to take you up to the 5 bedrooms on the upper floor. Speaking of bedrooms, the master suite is a palace within a palace. It comes with its own dressing room, private steam room, and a full bathroom. Because when you're King Salman, even your bedroom needs its own spa. For those hot Dubai days, the mansion offers plenty of ways to cool off. There's a large swimming pool with underwater speakers, because why listen to music above water when you can do it below? And if that's not enough, head up to the roof terrace where you'll find a bar, sun deck, and a large hot tub with views of the Montgomery Golf Course and the Dubai Marina. But King Salman doesn't limit himself to just one country when it comes to luxury living. Let's hop over to Monaco, where he owns the La Belle Epoque penthouse. This isn't just any penthouse. It's a $323 million slice of heaven that takes up the top 2 floors of a building housing 3 private banks. At 17,500 square feet, this penthouse is basically a mansion in the sky. It features a double-height library for all those royal reading sessions, and cinema screens that emerge from the walls, because why settle for a regular TV? The walk-in wardrobes are so large you could probably get lost in them. And of course there's a leisure room, a media room, and a jacuzzi room with a personal spa. Because one spa just isn't enough when you're King Salman. The outdoor space is just as impressive as the interior. The penthouse boasts vast roof terraces with stunning sea views, mature 15-foot trees, yes, trees on a roof, and an infinity swimming pool. It's like having your own private park in the sky. A day in the life of a trillionaire king. We've seen the palaces, the yachts, and the private jets, but what's it really like to be King Salman on a day-to-day basis? While most of us struggle to get out of bed in the morning, the world's richest king starts his day with a level of luxury that's hard to fathom. King Salman's day kicks off with an early morning prayer, a crucial part of his routine as a devout Muslim. But don't think for a second that this simple act of faith diminishes the opulence that follows. After prayers, it's time for breakfast, and we're not talking about a bowl of cereal here. Personal chefs whip up a spread fit for, well, a king, catering to his every dietary whim and fancy. With a full stomach and a clear mind, King Salman dives into his royal duties. You might think being this wealthy means lounging by the pool all day, but the king's schedule is packed tighter than a Rolls-Royce showroom. He spends a good chunk of his day in meetings with government officials, advisors, and foreign dignitaries. These aren't your average boardroom chats. They're discussions that shape the future of Saudi Arabia and influence global politics. Between meetings, King Salman reviews reports, signs important documents, and makes decisions that affect millions of lives. It's like being the CEO of a country, but with more gold-plated pens. And speaking of gold, the king takes time out of his busy schedule for some high-stakes philanthropy. He's known for his charitable contributions, proving that even trillionaires can have a heart of gold, probably literally in his case. But it's not all work and no play for King Salman. He makes sure to carve out time to enjoy his magnificent palaces and private estates. Imagine having a quick workout in a gym that puts most health clubs to shame, followed by a dip in one of several private pools. And when he needs to relax his royal muscles, there's always the personal spa waiting for him. For a man with access to every entertainment option imaginable, King Salman has some surprisingly down-to-earth hobbies. He's an avid reader and spends time in his private library, staying updated on global events. It's like he's got his own personal Google, but with more leather-bound books and fewer pop-up ads. Family time is also a priority for the king. Despite his jam-packed schedule, he makes sure to interact with his loved ones regularly. It's just like any other family dinner, except the dining table probably costs more than most people's houses. As evening rolls around, King Salman often hosts lavish dinners and social gatherings. Picture the most extravagant party you've ever been to, then multiply it by 1 billion. That's probably still not as fancy as one of the king's casual get-togethers. These events are attended by other royals and prominent figures, making them a mix of social occasion and informal summit meeting. The King's Day often concludes with attendance at cultural and traditional events. It's his way of staying connected to Saudi Arabia's rich heritage, while simultaneously showcasing his own immense wealth and power. Throughout it all, King Salman is surrounded by an extensive security detail. Even his modes of transportation are highly secure and luxurious. Whether he's traveling by armored vehicle or private jet, the king moves around in a bubble of safety and opulence that most of us can only dream about. The Royal Animal Collection. We've seen how King Salman's wealth shapes nations, but his influence extends far beyond the realm of human affairs. When you're the richest king in the world, even your pets are a cut above the rest. King Salman's passion for exotic animals has led to a collection that would make most zoos look like petting farms. Now, you might think having a few rare breeds is impressive, but King Salman takes it to a whole new level. We're talking about animals that cost more than most people's houses. But it's not just about owning expensive creatures, it's about possessing the best of the best. Take, for example, the world's most expensive camel. You heard that right, a camel. But this isn't your average desert-dwelling dromedary. This particular camel, owned by Dubai's Crown Prince Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, is valued at a staggering $2.7 million. That's more than some people will earn in their entire lifetime, all for one humped mammal. But how do you even choose a multi-million-dollar camel? Well, apparently it's quite the process. Sheikh Hamdan selected this prized animal from a pool of 17,000 candidates. Imagine being the camel that made the cut. Talk about winning the genetic lottery. And if you think that's impressive, wait until you hear about the horses. Sheikh Hamdan, clearly not content with just having the world's most expensive camel, also owns the most expensive horse in the world. This equine masterpiece set him back a cool $1.8 million. But hey, when you're part of the royal family, why settle for anything less than the best? This isn't just some stable decoration though. Sheikh Hamdan has been seen showcasing this horse at competitions around the globe. It's like having a living, breathing trophy that can run really fast. But one horse and one camel do not a menagerie make. No, the Royal Animal Collection goes far beyond that. Sheikh Hamdan's equine obsession extends to a collection of approximately 1,000 horses spread across the globe. That's right, 1,000 horses. It's like he's preparing for a cavalry charge, but with really, really expensive horses. And let's not forget about the camels. Sheikh Hamdan keeps at least 120 of these desert dwellers on his farm in Dubai. That's more camels than most people have seen in their entire lives, all in one place. Now, you might be wondering why anyone needs so many animals. Well, when you're part of the royal family, it's not just about need, it's about passion, prestige, and power. These animals aren't just pets or investments, they're living symbols of the family's wealth and influence. Each of these creatures is cared for with the kind of attention most people can only dream of. We're talking about top-notch veterinary care, specially formulated diets, and living conditions that would make most humans jealous. It's like a 5-star resort, but for animals. The Royal Animal Collection isn't just about showing off, though. It's also deeply rooted in the cultural traditions of the region. Horses and camels have long been prized possessions in Arab culture, symbols of strength, endurance, and nobility. By maintaining such an extensive and valuable collection, the royal family is also preserving and celebrating their heritage. Salman's wealth strategy. From exotic animals to nation building, King Salman's wealth touches every aspect of life in Dubai. But how exactly does the world's richest monarch grow and maintain his vast fortune? It's not just about collecting expensive toys. Salman's wealth strategy involves reshaping an entire kingdom. King Salman has played a major role in transforming Dubai into the global powerhouse we know today. His investments go far beyond personal luxuries, focusing on key areas that propel the emirate forward on the world stage. Infrastructure and education have been particular priorities, with billions poured into ambitious projects that are changing the face of Dubai. When it comes to infrastructure, King Salman doesn't think small. He's funded numerous high-profile construction projects that have helped build Dubai into a world-class destination. These aren't just impressive buildings. They're strategic investments designed to attract business, tourism, and global attention to the emirate. From gleaming skyscrapers to cutting-edge transportation systems, Salman's fingerprints are all over Dubai's rapid development. But a city is more than just its skyline. King Salman recognizes that a truly great nation needs an educated populace. That's why he's invested heavily in schools and educational institutions across Dubai. By improving the quality and accessibility of education, he's not just helping individual students. He's cultivating the human capital that will drive Dubai's future growth and innovation. Salman's wealth strategy extends beyond brick-and-mortar investments. He's also a key supporter of international events that bring experts and immigrants to Dubai. These gatherings serve multiple purposes. They showcase Dubai as a global hub, attract talent and investment, and further boost the city's booming economy. It's a virtuous cycle that keeps the emirate growing and thriving. Of course, maintaining and growing such immense wealth requires more than just building things. King Salman leverages diverse investments across various lucrative sectors. His private investment company holds significant stakes in high-value properties and businesses throughout the United Arab Emirates. This includes luxury hotels like the Jumeirah Zabil Saray on the famous Palm Jumeirah Island. But Salman's investments aren't limited to his home turf. His wealth strategy involves a global outlook with significant holdings around the world. Take, for example, his $55 million penthouse at the Fairmont Pacific Rim Hotel in Vancouver, Canada. It's not just a vacation home, it's a savvy investment in one of the world's most desirable real estate markets. Through companies like Zabil Investments, King Salman has spent billions on buildings and construction projects. These aren't vanity projects, they're carefully calculated moves designed to consolidate and grow his wealth. By investing in tangible assets like real estate, Salman protects his fortune from market volatility while positioning himself to benefit from long-term growth. King Salman's wealth strategy isn't just about making money, it's about wielding influence and shaping the future of an entire region. By investing strategically in infrastructure, education, and key industries, he's not only growing his personal fortune but also cementing Dubai's position as a global player. It's a masterclass in how to use vast wealth to create lasting change and build a legacy that extends far beyond mere riches. The royal shopping spree. While King Salman's investments have certainly shaped Dubai, his personal shopping habits are on a whole other level. When you've got more money than some small countries, your shopping list tends to look a bit different from the average person's. We're not talking about picking up milk and bread at the local supermarket. No, King Salman's purchases are the kind that make headlines and influence entire markets. Let's start with one of his most extravagant acquisitions, the La Belle Époque penthouse in Monaco. This isn't just any luxury apartment. King Salman dropped a cool $323 million on this sky-high palace back in 2010. That's right. $323 million for a place to hang his crown. This penthouse is so fancy, it makes most five-star hotels look like budget motels. What exactly does a $323 million penthouse get you? For starters, it's got a double-height library, because when you're that rich, even your books need high ceilings. There's also a cinema room, because why go to the movies when you can bring the movies to you? And let's not forget the massive walk-in wardrobes. When you've got that much money, you need somewhere to store all those designer clothes. But wait, there's more. The penthouse also features a media room, a leisure room, and a jacuzzi room with a personal spa. It's like having your own private resort, but with better security. Speaking of security, the penthouse comes equipped with a panic room featuring reinforced glass and surveillance cameras throughout. Because even when you're living in the lap of luxury, you can never be too careful. Now you might think that after dropping over $300 million on a penthouse, King Salman might take a break from shopping, but you'd be wrong. His spending habits have a significant impact on global luxury markets. When King Salman buys something, people notice, and when people notice, prices tend to go up. Take the world of super yachts, for example. King Salman owns the world's third largest yacht, a floating palace measuring 162 meters long. This massive vessel can host up to 155 people, which is more than some small cruise ships. The price tag? Well, let's just say it's in the hundreds of millions. And when a royal drops that kind of cash on a boat, it sets a new standard for luxury yachts worldwide. But King Salman's shopping sprees aren't just about treating himself. He's also known for his extravagant gift-giving. One of his most notable gifts was to the UAE national football team. When they won the Gulf Cup, King Salman didn't just send a congratulatory tweet. No, he gave the team a combined $24 million. That's right, $24 million for winning a football tournament. It's enough to make even professional athletes in other countries jealous. And let's not forget about the animals. Remember that $2.7 million camel we mentioned earlier? That wasn't just any old camel. It was purchased by Prince Fahza, a member of the Dubai royal family, and it's considered one of the most expensive camels in the world. When your pets cost more than most people's houses, you know you're living in a different world. King Salman's shopping habits extend to his car collection as well. The royal family owns a fleet of golden cars that would make even the most extravagant car enthusiast green with envy. We're talking about gold-plated Bugatti Veyrons, Ferraris and Rolls-Royces. These aren't just cars, they're mobile statements of wealth and power. In the world of King Salman, shopping isn't just a pastime, it's a way of life. His purchases don't just fill his homes and garages, they shape markets, influence trends, and sometimes even make headlines. It's a level of consumption that's hard for most of us to comprehend. But for the world's richest king, it's just another day at the mall, parties and events. Speaking of unlimited money and royal power, let's take a peek into the glittering social world of King Salman. When you're the richest monarch on the planet, your party invitations are a bit more exclusive than the average backyard barbecue. King Salman's social calendar is packed with events that would make even the most seasoned socialites head spin. The Dubai royal family, particularly Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum and his son Crown Prince Hamdan, are known for throwing some of the most lavish parties on the planet. These aren't your average get-togethers. We're talking about events where the guest list reads like a who's who of global power players. One of the most anticipated events in the royal social calendar is the Dubai World Cup, the world's richest horse race. This isn't just any old day at the tracks. Picture a sea of designer outfits, champagne flowing like water, and prize money that could buy a small country. Sheikh Mohammed, an avid horse racing enthusiast, is often seen at this event, rubbing shoulders with the global elite. But it's not all about horses. The royal family's love for extreme sports and luxury often intersects in spectacular fashion. Prince Hamdan, known as Fahza, is renowned for his participation in international events that showcase both his adventurous spirit and his family's immense wealth. From skydiving competitions to horse riding events, these gatherings are as much about displaying royal prowess as they are about socializing. And let's not forget about the weddings. When a member of the royal family ties the knot, it's not just a ceremony, it's a national event. These multi-day extravaganzas feature guest lists that would put most red carpet events to shame. The celebrations often include lighting up royal palaces, turning the entire city into a backdrop for the festivities. But it's not all glitz and glamour. The royal family also uses these events to solidify their status and influence on the global stage. Sheikh Mohammed often hosts high-profile international events aimed at attracting more expatriates and tourists to Dubai. It's a clever mix of diplomacy and party planning, all designed to keep Dubai at the forefront of the world's attention. One of the most exclusive venues for these royal gatherings is the Jumeirah Zabil Saray, a hotel on Palm Jumeirah owned by Sheikh Mohammed. Built at a staggering cost of $12 billion, this isn't your average party venue. With its indoor and outdoor pools, private beaches and luxury suites, it's the perfect backdrop for the kind of opulence that only royal wealth can buy. But perhaps the most interesting aspect of the royal social calendar is how it blends the extraordinary with the ordinary. The Dubai royal family often appears at significant public events, restaurants, and even walking in public. It's a carefully crafted image that helps maintain their popular public persona and personal connection with the residents of Dubai. Prince Hamdan's Instagram account, boasting 11.4 million followers, offers a glimpse into this world of luxury and adventure. His posts frequently highlight his presence at exclusive events, interactions with exotic animals, and time spent with prized horses. It's a digital window into a lifestyle that most of us can only dream about. In the world of King Salman and the Dubai royal family, every event is an opportunity to display wealth, cement alliances, and shape public perception. From horse races to royal weddings, each gathering is a carefully orchestrated display of power and influence. It's a social calendar that reflects not just the tastes of the world's richest royals, but also their strategy for maintaining their position at the top of the global elite.